I've just accepted it.
Okay, Mahir. Now I am ready. Now we're live on YouTube, everyone. So let's actually start the audio. Let me start the audio by saying three, two, and one. Welcome back, everyone, to another exciting episode of Aaron's Opinion, the podcast for blind people where we speak about critical issues in the blindness community and all other issues from across the universe and galaxy. Today, Mahir Topal, a fellow blind content creator, all the way from across the pond in England. Well, why don't you just get into your life story for an hour and I will just interject as the conversation goes along. But for one thing, who is Mahir Topal? And you can just start from the top and explain who you are, how you got into YouTube, because you have quite a community over there on YouTube. So go for it, man.
Hi there, my name's Mahir, and I'm a visually impaired YouTuber, and I just started into YouTube 2017. My channel was really old though, like 2014. That's when I started, 2017, just doing like football videos, and then into technology as well, and then it just started going. And also other videos into traveling, cars, sports, technology, and gaming.
Very good. Excellent. So, so Mahir, by the way, did you grow up in England or did you originally actually grow up in Turkey?
Oh yeah, I forgot to say I'm Turkish, and I came when I was really young to the
Mm-hmm.
UK.
Right, right. So, in other words, now today, are you still able to speak Turkish today?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, okay, cool, cool, man. So, have you ever like been on a Turkish YouTube channel or a Turkish podcast before?
No, no, I haven't.
Oh, okay, all right. So, I think it's really
Uh,
wonderful. Yes, go ahead.
I mainly do my content in English anyway, so it's better to keep it in English. I do
Excellent.
have people in Turkey, literally around the world, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
I have people from like Japan, Dubai, America, and then Europe
Right.
as well, like Germany, France, Holland, and then all UK.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's super good, man. It's important to be a YouTuber today. It's important for us as blind people to speak up about things that we're interested in. And I think that the community really needs that. So, it also
Yeah.
takes a lot of courage to start a YouTube channel. What tipped you over? What pushed you over the edge and encouraged you to start your channel in the first place?
I had it anyway, and then there was people around me doing it, and then I wasn't. To be honest, I finished sports coaching, and then at the time I was free. I wasn't doing anything, so I went into social media,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
YouTube. I was doing Instagram already anyway, from like first Facebook, Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
I was doing that since
Right.
probably from start when it was like out. And
Mm-hmm.
then I went into YouTube. Now I do TikTok as well. So I've done Clubhouse before as well. It wasn't right for me, so I just deleted it. I
Right.
tried all social media. I've tried I did try Twitch, but one of my friends had it. So I know
Mm-hmm.
how Twitch works as well for gaming.
Mm-hmm.
And
Right.
Discord, that new one. I don't know if you heard about it.
Not
Discord.
only not only have I heard of it, but why don't you join my Discord community? Why don't you join the Aaron's Opinion server? We'd love to have you over there. Also, too, hey, just a heads up, if you're blind and you're watching this video, let me just give a great shout out, which I hope you don't mind. I plug someone else. Um,
Yeah,
another
that's
great blind
fine. Go
person that
ahead.
I interviewed. I highly recommend that you join the International Blind Cafe. Discord server. They are a great group. There's so many fun stuff to do. Are you on that server, International Blind Cafe?
I basically deleted Discord because
Oh,
it wasn't that accessible to use. That's what I was gonna
yeah,
say.
now it is, now it is Mahir, but I do understand what you mean, man. Discord started out
Like
kind of,
it was weird, and then
it
I
is.
did have an account, and then like it wasn't that great to use, so I deleted
Mm-hmm.
it.
Right, right. No, you're right, man. Discord was always Discord started out a little rocky, as we say here on my side of the pond, a little rocky, a little shaky. But then over time, it became easier and easier to use. You also said, Mahir, that you have a great interest in sports and sports coaching. So talk about that. What is sports coaching? What did you want to do with that? Talk about that.
So basically, I finished sports coaching. So basically, coaching to other people like sports, in schools,
Hmm.
uh, like clubs. Um, but then I went into like when I went into like social media. Now I do mainly social media, so I lost a little bit interest. But
Hmm.
if I have more time, I'll probably be going back into coaching as well because I've done a
Right.
lot of coaching before myself.
So in other words, you've worked as a coach. So in other words, is that like if someone wants to be a footballer, you'll like train
Yeah, yeah,
them and things
yeah.
like
Train
that?
them or like
Hmm.
class school people, like school children,
That's
kids.
really good. That's really excellent. So how do you go about like what is your process if you're working with someone and they say that they want to be a footballer? Like what's the process for training someone for that? What do you have to do?
Uh, it's like practicing a lot. And also you need to like have the theory as well, like so you don't get injured all the time. So you need to have like the theory as well, like the book side, knowing like all the rules and not to get easy injured. The nutrition science side,
Hmm.
so like and all that, the diet and all that. So it's a long process and it's really hard.
It is, it is. And most people do not play professionally because usually you get injured along the way and you usually don't get to the
Yeah,
point. This is a very common and very interesting problem is the reason why most people don't become professional athletes is usually they get injured in the process of trying. So it's very
uh,
frustrating. Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, but at the
Yeah.
moment I'm mainly into social media, so
Oh, me too. Me too. No, no, no.
yeah,
I think that I think that's very valuable though, because I mean I exercise daily, and I live a healthy life.
yeah,
So, hey,
yeah,
if you're able to help people be healthier and want and have an interest in sports and they go about it the right way, I think that's really good. I think that can have a
yeah, yeah,
huge impact. Yeah, yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. Now,
Yeah.
did you play any professional sports yourself? What is your biggest
I played
accomplishment?
visually impaired cricket for 6 years, and I
Oh,
played for
cool.
international, and I got picked for the international once. So I went to Jamaica, like
Yeah.
20, I think it was yeah 20 either 2010 or 2012.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. Right.
Yeah,
Yes.
we went out there to play the other international team. So we was
Mm-hmm.
there for like 10 days.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's very exciting. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just really brilliant and exciting. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Sure.
so we stayed at Kingston for the second period.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah, it was really nice up there.
It is. It is. So for a listener or for a viewer that's not quite familiar with cricket, can you explain to them what cricket is? Some people know it, but a lot of people don't.
So cricket is there's a wicket and then a person stands in front of it and then another person will stand behind the wicket that has like three like similar to lamppost small things and then it's got like a box underneath. So and then the other side there's a bowler. When they bowl, and then if you miss it and hits that, you're out. But if you hit it and then it goes, and then if you run in between, there's another player on the other side, similar to you. So you just run in between those wickets and try and score a point. And then if you hit it really to the other side, outside the field, if it's on the floor, you get 4 points. And then if it's in the air, you get 6 points.
Right, right.
And then also there's more fielders in the field. So when they catch it in the air, you're out again. And also before it goes out the field, the pitch, in the air. So if they catch it as well, you're out again. The person hitting it. But
Right. Yeah. So that's a very interesting game, and this game is popular in the Caribbean and in England and in basically it's popular around the former colonies of Great Britain for sure. Yes. Excellent. Very good. Very good. So what was your impression of Jamaica when you were there?
it was quite good. Like
Hmm.
it was really, really good. Um,
Hmm.
um, so it was good. It was just a different experience while I was out there.
Right. Sure. Sure. Yeah, Jamaica is a wonderful country, but it is different. It would be a very different experience for someone.
Like
Sure.
it was really hot out there. Like,
Hmm.
plus you had the kit on and everything, so it was really hot. And then you
Hmm.
had to wear like gloves, helmets, and all that. So it was even hotter. So like, plus you was under the sun all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, I can understand. So,
That's mainstream cricket, but for visually impaired cricket, they play it differently.
hmm
So the normal visually impaired cricket is basically they have like a ball a size for football,
hmm
so you don't need any kit. But for the international one, they have like a small cricket ball, a
hmm
hard. It's got bells in it, so you don't throw it. You roll it on the floor, and
hmm
then to bat it, you have to kneel down on one knee and then sweep it to the
hmm
either side to be able to
hmm
hit the ball. So
hmm
basically, you hit the ball, and then the other one it's still got bells. You just when you throw it, it needs to bounce in front of you like once to two times for you to be able to hit it. So it's a lot different than mainstream cricket.
Right, right. So there's some accommodations and some rules, we would say.
The rules are similar. It's just the equipment they use is different.
Okay. Well, very good. Now, who ended up winning that tournament, that international tournament that you were
We
in?
the Jamaican team won it. We lost. We was
Right.
really close, but yeah, we didn't win.
Mm-hmm. So I guess it was between Jamaica and England, basically.
Yeah, yeah. It was us and Jamaica, England.
I see. I see. Now, what other countries were represented in the tournament?
So basically, it was just England and Jamaica. So when you go to like different countries for international, you just only play one team.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just so we had two teams for the visually impaired team and the mixed martial MLD. So they call it mixed physical learning difficulties.
Okay.
So
Mm-hmm.
we had two teams from us and two teams from them.
Interesting. Interesting. Very good. Very good.
Yeah.
So, well, that's good. Now, do you still watch and play cricket yourself today in England?
And I don't. I always found it boring anyway to watch. Mainly played it. At the moment, I don't play it though. Mainly watch football to be honest.
Yeah, yeah. Football would be more exciting, and I especially enjoy the
Yes.
World Cup. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yes, yes, definitely, definitely. I think that with the last World Cup last year, I think all the players should have been very happy about that. They all had a great experience, and then they all played well. Yeah, it was a
yeah,
very
yeah,
good
yeah.
tournament. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It
Yeah,
was.
yeah. Yeah, your nation of origin there, Turkey. I don't really remember the last time they qualified for a FIFA World Cup. I think it's been over 20 years though. It's been a while since Turkey's
Yeah,
been in a World Cup.
yeah. I think they're in the Euros now, 2024.
Maybe. Oh, they qualified for the Euro Cup. Yes.
Yeah, Euro
Interesting.
2024.
Yeah, yeah. There's different series. So there's the FIFA World Cup every 4 years, and then on
And
another
then the Euros.
cycle, and then the Euros on another cycle every 4 years, and then yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Where are they holding
yeah.
the Euro, where are they holding the Euro Cup?
Germany.
Oh, now are you going to go to any matches?
Yeah, I did apply, but at the moment, I'm still waiting. I haven't heard anything back yet.
I see. So what do you mean you have to apply? Like what do you have to apply for?
So basically, I applied for disabled tickets,
Oh,
so you can take a Karen with you.
so you can take a what? I don't know
A,
that
a,
word. What?
a carer,
Okay. So there's a way for you to apply for you to have like a
disabled ticket.
visually for like to have like a ticket for a blind
Yes,
person and then you can take a friend with you.
yes.
Oh,
So it's accessible tickets.
that's interesting. Wow.
So
And
you can apply. So you can apply the both ways. So and then there's like a lottery version if you win the tickets and then you pay for it. There's like a time limit. I think
hmm
the time limit finishes end of next month. Until then, if I don't win the tickets, then that means I haven't got the tickets.
I
So
see.
they'll email me, and then uh, the time limit for you to pay for the ticket is end of next month.
Mm-hmm. So in other words, it's sort of first come, first serve in a way.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, yeah, sort of like a combination between first come, first serve and trying to get people with disabilities to come to the games. I mean, that's really creative. Yeah. Now,
Yeah, and also
how did you find, yes, go ahead. Hmm.
you get a headset as well if you want.
Oh, that's cool. That is super cool with
So
like the commentary set to the
yeah,
comment up
so
to
yeah,
yeah.
so it's all audio headsets. So
Mm-hmm.
you basically similar to the TV, you get
Yeah, because
commentate.
they have the headset set to to the radio to the press box to the broadcast box, and then they're set on that frequency, and then they can hear you can hear
Yeah,
the commentary.
you listen to all of them.
Yeah. Yeah, that's very good. It's extremely good. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean the States never really developed things like that, you know. But then again, I'm not a huge sports person, so I don't know. Who knows? You know, American football
yeah,
might offer
yeah,
that, but who knows?
exactly. Yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm. Mhm. Yeah.
yeah, and
Wow.
also yeah, and also I love traveling a lot, so I've been to a lot of places as well.
Well, where have you been? So I also love traveling, man. Where have you been?
Half of Europe, Turkey, Africa, South Africa.
Mm-hmm.
Been to Jamaica, so been mainly Germany, Holland,
Mm-hmm.
France, Belgium, and then whole of UK.
Yeah. Yeah, wonderful. Well, in my case, I've been to France a lot because I'm a French speaker. And
Oh, okay.
mhm. And I've also been to South Africa for a couple days.
Oh,
Um,
that's nice.
mhm. It was on my way to go to another country called Eswatini. Um, and I've never been to Jamaica, but I have volunteered many years ago, about roughly about 10 years ago now. Goodness. Um, it's craziness. I'm starting to say numbers, and it's like, have I really been alive that long? These numbers are starting to get bigger.
Yeah, yeah.
About 10 years ago, I volunteered in St. Lucia. And I also got to play cricket with their international team as well for blind people. But of course, I didn't really know the rules, so it was kind of funny. It was kind of silly. But
Yeah,
I
yeah.
still got a good handle on the game. I tell people that if you don't know what cricket is, I say it's sort of similar to what would become American baseball in the early 1900s. It has some similarity to that, but not
It
quite.
is not quite, but it is similar.
There's some similar concept. You both have a bat, there's a ball that is thrown or pitched, there's similar vocab. There's some vague resemblance. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
hmm Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's very, very interesting. So, back to the Euro Cup, if you could go to one match, like what's your dream matchup that you want to see in person? hmm
It will be the final. I prefer the final.
well, no, well, we would all, don't we all? Of course, everybody would want to go to the.
Yeah. I think the tickets that I applied, I think it was free games, so it was mainly for
Mm-hmm.
the England game.
Mm-hmm.
I think the first game was where it was at Frankfurt, and then the second one was Köln, and then it was Berlin. I think last
Mm-hmm.
game.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah.
Right. I see. I see. Yes. Yeah. Well, that's really fun, man. Yeah. So, and how would you go to Germany if you end up winning any of these tickets?
I probably travel with my cousins or friends or
Mm-hmm.
my family
Okay.
members.
All right. All
Yeah.
right. So by the way, just pure curiosity, in my case, I was born blind with glaucoma, and I also have a congenital heart defect. But I was wondering, Mahir, how did you become blind? Were you also born blind?
Yeah, I was born visually impaired.
Okay, good, good. And what is the cause of your blindness?
Oh, it's RBS.
Which stands, let's break down the acronym there for people who don't know, which is what?
Uh, Royal Blind. I don't really know the full. It's extremely long term. I don't really know the full term for it, but it's basically for night vision, so you got no sight in the night.
I
So
see.
basically in the dark.
So kind of like you're night blind, basically.
Yeah, that's what that's
Something like
what
that.
people say anyway if they don't really know the full term. They call it
Okay.
night blindness or night vision.
Good.
Yeah, so basically if in the dark, the sensors go, so you got no light
Mm-hmm.
to be able to use it in the dark. So
Mm-hmm.
it goes like when it's dark, I can't. It's pitch black. I've got no sight.
Mm-hmm. I understand. This is hard for other people to understand, but I always say that my vision is better at night, because my eyes don't like the sunlight. So I'm able to see better without the glare of the sun, but everybody's eyes are different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. So, yes. Okay, you there? I think we lost your audio. Hello? Okay, 1 minute, Mahir. Let me okay, you should have gotten a request to unmute yourself there. So let me know when you can. Okay, you there?
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah, it's okay. It's okay, no problem. Okay, let me just open the
I'm really sorry. My phone, because I
it's
use
up
an Android device,
it's
it
okay.
just went so it
It's
went
all right.
really
No
hard.
no
It
worries.
turned it off.
No worries. Okay, so we're gonna keep so let me turn on the recorder again. So where were we? Okay, so yeah, so I think you were saying, I was saying something about how, um, I'm able to see better at night, but everyone's eyes are different. And then I asked you, I think I was going to ask, so are you the only blind person in your family, or are there other?
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I am the only person.
Yeah, yeah, that is very interesting. Yes,
Yeah. So as let me just try and repeat it a little bit. So
sure.
basically, our mine is retina um bonus sighted something. So I don't really know the whole term, but it's called the short term is called RBS. So basically, the other term is, I think, the one I really know is called night vision. So when it's really dark, I got no sight at all.
hmm Yeah, yeah. Okay, well, good. And another area that you are very, very interested in is social media. So it seems like you have a lot of social media projects. What do you do for that?
Yeah, I do like really enjoy doing social media. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I use mainly all of them like Twitter, Facebook, Instagram,
Mm-hmm.
YouTube, TikTok. They're the main ones.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Which one of those apps have you found, your largest audience, would you say?
Mainly you like YouTube. Um,
Mm-hmm.
like for example, TikTok. I've got more like audience on TikTok, but like for example, TikTok. I've got like say almost 8,100 followers and almost
Wow.
like 8,000 likes. But the thing is, with YouTube, it's a lot harder. But with
Mm-hmm.
TikTok, like TikTok helps you go like into the top. Like basically when you upload things, or like for example when you put a video out, or like TikTok helps you put the video up, so like it pushes it up so more people get to see it.
Right, right. Well, YouTube does the same thing. It's just that YouTube has is a very saturated platform right now. There are many, many, many videos that you're competing against on YouTube. But you
Exactly. YouTube
just
is a lot
yeah.
larger, and also you need to like YouTube tries to like you need to be like really good at the videos to be able to like
Mhm.
get pushed.
Well, it's a matter of engagement. There's a bunch of analytical measurements for each video.
Yeah,
The main
exactly.
thing is likes, by the way. Likes really push the content. You know, the more likes
Y-
this video gets, the further it gets pushed out, you know.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
Likes, and the other huge thing is comments, by the way, commenting and having an engaging chat on a video. They look at that
Yeah,
very closely too. And then they
and also the
also, yeah,
views.
and well, and the views, but then they also gauge too, you know, when someone's chatting in the chat, they look at how many subscribers they have themselves on their own channel, and that chat then becomes more valuable. So
Yeah,
it
yeah,
depends on who's talking in the chat, you know? Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But very good, very good. So yeah, so where are most of your viewers from on YouTube? Are they just around Europe, or where is your audience?
Uh, like literally all over the world. Nepal, Philippines, America, Japan,
Mm-hmm.
Europe, UK, Turkey,
Mm-hmm.
like as I said, Dubai, like
Mm-hmm.
literally from everywhere. But
Mm-hmm.
mainly Philippines, Nepal, America, like Canadians, like America, and yeah, and some a little Japan, and then mainly Europe and UK and Turkey.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Very good. Very, very nice. So, what are some specific videos on your channel that, or in your social media? What are some of your content that you're very proud of, that you've worked hard on, and that you're very proud of today?
Most of the videos I really like because all the topics that I do, like I do them mainly daily anyway. So like sports, like I go to matches all the time. Like
Mm-hmm.
I got like a match next week that I'll be going,
Mm-hmm.
and another one after that. So what else? Traveling I do it anyway. Technology, I just like technology as well. So always in technology. Gaming, I play like every day anyway. I got a
Oh,
console. Yeah.
okay. Well, and what's your favorite game to play these days?
I played GTA 5, FIFA 23,
Okay.
GTA 5. I don't know if you know it.
Well, I know of the game. I've never played it. But I know of it.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
I'll play that. And then like streaming as well for the games. Yeah,
Right.
I use a PS5 and it's really accessible. It's got
Mm-hmm.
the voiceover for the menus. But
Mm.
they need to develop more though for the games. The games actually don't have it. It's just mainly the menus.
Mm-hmm.
When you're scrolling all that, you got voiceover. But when you go in the games, you just have to
Yeah.
figure it yourself.
Yeah, yeah. I'm sure you know a couple other people who I've sat down with on my channel, two other great people. I'm sure you know on YouTube, you know of Illegally Cited, right?
Oh yeah, I've heard of them. I've seen them. I
Yeah,
think
he's
one or two
great.
times.
Yeah, Jesse's great. He is a brilliant gamer who happens to be blind, and he's very knowledgeable about accessible gaming. I mean, he's the accessible gaming
Uh,
person. Yeah.
I think for the only game that I've seen is fully accessible is a game called what was I can't remember the name now because I don't really play it. Basically, you can proper like walk like when you play the game, s- similar to what we got on the phones. Like when you have like writing notifications, it reads that, tells you
Hmm.
which way to go, left, right, what you need to do, like if you got a weapon or if you're walking. So
Oh, okay. I do know what game you're talking about because I remember that the Jesse guy plays it a lot on his channel, but I also forget what it's called.
yeah, so that's the
Something
only
city
one
or
I know.
yeah.
Yeah, it's got a weird name, and that's the only one I know is that is fully
For some
accessible.
reason, the word swamp, I don't know why I'm associating that game with the word swamp, but is swamp part of the title? Might be.
No,
I don't know. I don't know.
So
Yeah,
it's
but
fun.
I know what game you're talking about though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
exactly. And also, yeah, and then that's and also I'm into cars a lot as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've
Mm-hmm.
done like driving,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
visually
Right.
impaired driving in the UK, in
Okay.
Turkey. The Turkey ones were just mainly mainstream, so the space was safe. So, but the one in the UK was fully accessible. But the ones I've done in
Very good. Let's expand on it a little more. So,
yeah, I
what
was gonna
is visually
expand.
impaired driving? Yeah, go ahead.
So basically, you just sit in a car on a racing track, and there's you sit on the steering pedals, and then the person uh sit next to you, and he's got pedals as well, similar to learning cars. I don't know if you've seen any.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right.
And also, he's got a remote to close off the motor at any time. So the
Mm-hmm.
only thing he doesn't have is steering. That's all. So
Right.
they can help you if you're going slow or if you need
Mm-hmm.
to brake. So they've got pedals as well. And if
Mm-hmm.
anything happens, they've got a remote to close off the engine as well.
Right. Right. Interesting.
Yeah, so that's I've done that one in the UK,
Mm-hmm.
and it doesn't matter if you've got a disability or not. So it's a mainstream place, so it doesn't matter if you've got a disability or not. Racing driver needs to be in the car all the time.
Mm-hmm. Right.
For health and safety issues.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So it doesn't matter if you got a disability or not. Like because I was like the only one that had a disability when I went to the center.
Mm-hmm.
I just found it through Google here in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I was like the only one that had a disability. Everyone else was just like normal, ordinary, mainstream people.
All right.
Yeah, but they
Yeah.
said it doesn't matter if like a racing driver needs to be in the car all the time. Because before you get into the cars, you go, they do introduction for health and safety, like all the introductions and all that in a room with all the other people, and then you just queue up and start doing it one by one.
Mm-hmm.
So I was really lucky to be honest because I did it just after COVID, so it was a lot quiet. So I did it last, so I did it on my own. But the others they all go out together, so they give like maybe 2 meters per cars, and then if they want to go past the cars, they go from the left on the
Mm-hmm.
track, and
Wow.
then they
Cool.
yeah. So, but I was lucky, so I it was after COVID, so it was a lot quiet. So I did it on my own. So I was on my own on the track. So for health and safety.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Good.
yeah, it was a lot of fun. It's a racing car, so you get to choose as well.
Yeah. Yeah. And how many different types of cars are there for you to choose from?
There was I think 4 or 5. So there was a Ferrari, Lamborghini, Nissan GTR, Porsche, and
Cool.
then
Cool.
yeah. So I think there was 4 cars, and there was a one fully modified car, so you can only be a passenger on that one. They didn't allow you
Mm,
to drive it. That was
right.
fully modified.
That's
But
super
even
cool.
yeah, we saw the actual driver go off. Didn't even accelerate. The car started spinning
Mm,
straight away.
hmm.
That's how
I see.
modified it was.
That is very interesting. You know, a lot of people have a deep interest in these sports cars. You know, these
Yeah,
famous cars from, and they a lot of people will say, "Oh, I've always wanted to drive the Porsche, or I've always wanted to see what that's like." You know,
yeah.
that's cool. Yeah, one of my relatives actually has had a Porsche or has a Porsche. Um,
Oh, that's nice.
yeah, for main, but not for racing, just to drive. So yeah, you can
Yeah,
still,
yeah. To drive. Yeah,
yeah,
you
just
can
to
still do
have,
that.
yeah. Yeah. Certain, I mean,
Yeah.
certain cars, you know, over time, I'm certainly not an expert. But certain cars just are really fascinating to people if they have a lot of times, if a car has a fascinating history, you know,
Yeah,
um,
it does.
mm-hmm,
Exactly.
then it's attractive, you know.
It's
Um,
attractive.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and then what else? And then also in Turkey, I did buggy driving only for like 10 minutes after the session. My
Mm-hmm,
cousin was driving, and then
mm-hmm,
because we had these hotel tour people with us, so he did the whole thing, and then afterwards they allowed me to drive for like 10 minutes. That one was because it was open land, so it was a lot safe. So um I was just being really cautious because I was the person that had everything on my control. There was no other pedals,
mm-hmm,
so yeah, I had to be like really cautious with that. That's why it was good experience. It was exciting, but at the same time, it's a bit risky because there's no other pedals.
mm-hmm,
You have the full control. So if anything happens, it will
mm-hmm,
happen. Anyone else
mm-hmm.
won't be able to stop it.
That's interesting. And what is a buggy for the on the American side of the pond? What's a buggy?
Uh, so basically, uh, similar to a golf car.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you know a golf car. You
Yes.
know, at
Yes, I
golf
do.
tracks, you know those cars. Similar to
Yeah.
that,
Mm-hmm.
similar to that. So it's wrapped round on the top
Mm-hmm.
side. It's got metals,
Mm-hmm.
and then underneath the seats is basically rounded with all metals. So the car's heavy. So it's basically a desert car. So if you flip it, you can't do it won't even move at all. That's how heavy it is because it's
Mm-hmm.
covered with metals. So they're covered with metals all around.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and then it's the seats and then wheels underneath. So mainly everything is done by metals and metal
Mm-hmm.
chassis.
Mm-hmm.
Metal chassis. So like it's really heavy, so you won't be able to move it.
Mm-hmm.
If you wanna flip it, you won't flip anyway because it's really
Right.
heavy.
Right. Right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what buggy is. And
Oh,
also
that's
I've done
super.
it. And also recently, in the summer, I've done tractor driving.
Okay. All right. And what can you tell me about tractor driving?
That was really, it was unbelievable. It was really good.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I did that in Turkey as well. So I had the full control on myself.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so it was like massive land. Um, the good thing about that, you can do it on your own because you know why? So basically, there's gears, brakes, accelerator, steering, and then
Mm-hmm.
with those massive I don't know if you've seen any, the ones with massive tractor and it's got like a metal pole on the back for
Mm-hmm.
landing.
Right, right. Yeah, maybe I know what that is. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So with them, the good thing is you put the gears on automatic, so even if you accelerate,
Mm-hmm.
uh, the it doesn't accelerate more, so it stays on what you set it as.
Mm-hmm.
So it's got like an automatic gears. So basically, whatever you set it on, it will just go on that. So even if you accelerate, all you do is just hear engine sound. It
Mm-hmm.
won't move. It will just
Right.
carry on going on what you set it as.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So it's
So
very
so
steady. In other words, it's a very
yeah,
steady way.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
exactly. Yeah, steady. So
Mm-hmm.
basically, it's automatic gear. So whatever you set it as, because it's a land vehicle, so like it will carry on going with that. Even if you accelerate, I was trying to accelerate, all I hear was just engine sound. The vehicle wasn't moving at all. It was just
Mm.
carry on going on what the person set it up when I first started
Right.
it.
Right. Right. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's on the
That's really
channel as
excellent.
well. Yeah,
Oh
all
no,
of
we'll
them are on the channel.
definitely no, yeah, we will definitely include it in the description. And after you type up a good paragraph description, you can even put all of your socials, all of your social media links at the bottom, and then that's the description for this video, and that's the
Yeah,
description on the podcast. That's so good. For me,
yeah.
my favorite vehicle that I have is I have an electric scooter. So I'm
Oh,
into the
you got those.
yeah, I'm into
Yeah,
I'm into scooters.
I've always been interested in those, but I've never actually like managed to drive. I tried doing it in Turkey, but I nearly fell.
Yeah, it's
So
it's a little it's a little bit trickier. You would
it's
need
it,
a lot of space and some balance, and it's a little harder. But once you kind of master it, it's very easy.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So my brother or father will ride their bicycle, and I'll ride my scooter, and that's a lot. That's very exciting. We can go around our
Oh yeah,
community and be outside and things.
yeah.
Yeah.
Normally, I think I've seen some of them have seats as well, electric scooters.
Yeah, not mine though. No, it's just more comfortable to stand up. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, exactly. Probably.
Now, some of the road scooters that you would see that you would need a driver's license for, like the gas-powered ones, the ones that you have to take that take fuel, those have a seat. Now, those would be exciting.
Yeah.
I've never
Oh
driven a
yeah.
Vespa. I've never driven a Vespa or a Genuine or a Tao Tao.
Um, what
Yeah.
about quad bikes? Have you done quad biking before?
What's that mean?
Quad bikes. Those deserts 4-wheel
Oh,
motorcycles.
oh, oh. Are you talking about four wheelers or
Uh,
ATVs? Those?
yes, ATVs,
Yeah, yeah,
ATVs.
yeah. Yeah, no, 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 no. That I've never done. I would love to.
Yeah, I've done it before, but it's not
That's so
recorded.
fun. That's so, so fun.
Uh,
Unfortunately, though, a lot of people in the States here, a lot of people get injured on those. There's a lot of accidents with ATVs. That's the
yeah,
problem. Mm-hmm.
I've done it before, but it's
Mm-hmm.
not recorded. That's why I want to redo it so I can get recorded.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's on the channel. That's what I'm trying to do. And also, when I'm back next year, I'm planning to do construction vehicles.
What does that mean?
Those vehicles to those construction vehicles.
Like, are you talking about like equipment that like vehicles that are used to like build a building or build a home?
Yes,
Like
build
different.
roads, road
Okay.
machines.
Okay. Interesting. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I can't do it here. It's government, the UK. You know what they're like,
Well,
the
yeah.
health and safety and all that.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Like
that's true.
basically, I knew someone. They asked their place they work for.
Mm-hmm.
They said it's not possible. You need a lot of
Mm.
insurance and health and safety papers and all that to be able to do it.
Right, right. Well, that's kind of how it is in the States. I mean, I'm allowed to have my scooter like in my neighborhood, like in my private neighborhood where I live, but
Yeah, yeah,
I'm not allowed to have a driver's license, so I can't have like a fuel
yeah,
powered
yeah.
scooter to go on the open road.
Exactly, exactly.
But
Yeah,
they have each state in America has different rules about what you need to do to get different types of licensing. The motorcycles, I also have a fascination with motorcycles too. The motorcycles have
yeah,
their own licensing system and things like
yeah.
that. Yeah.
They're even more worse. Like every horsepower has their own licensing. So like
Exactly.
125, 500, 1K.
Yeah, well, yeah, the cutoff is anything over 125 cc.
Yeah,
You need
exactly. You
exactly,
need a you
you need
need
a
a license.
motorcycle. You need a motorcycle endorsement. Now, certain states in America, some of the states allow people to have motorcycles as long as they have a driver's license, and other states require that you have a motorcycle license, and other states
Yeah,
require that you have both a driver's license and motorcycle licensing. So it just depends on the state, depends on who you are, and it depends on the bike you buy. It depends on the vehicle that you're buying and what the regulations are. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, so that's why I asked. I knew someone that works in the construction companies. So,
Oh,
and
cool.
then they asked their company, but they said exactly. They said you need a lot of insurance, health and safety
Hmm.
measures, and then all the papers to be able to for me to do it. And then they said it's impossible.
Right, right. Yeah. Well, that's okay. I mean, I think you can do a lot of blind driving videos and car videos. I mean, the other thing is if you're since you're so interested in cars, you can
Yeah,
even
yeah.
dig.
I'll be doing it again anyway. I'll be doing it somewhere else, so it's got better cars. Planning to
Hmm.
do that soon. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and also the match videos.
Right. But you know what?
And
You know what else you can do though, man? You can do like, say that you want to talk about the Porsche. You could do a video where you do a research project and just do like the Porsche, the history of, history thereof, where you just sit there for a few minutes and talk about the history and, the Porsche, everything I wanted to know, like why
oh
it
yeah,
was
yeah,
invented. You could do a whole like educational video about a car and then go out and do blind driving in that car. You could do two separate videos, the
yeah,
history
yeah,
video
exactly.
and then the
I
action
need,
video. That would be cool.
yeah, yeah. I need to do that intro video because, you know,
Hmm.
the driving video that I did, it's basically giving me a lot of headache.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because like when I say I'm done driving, I'm just getting bored of keep saying the same things. I need a
Right.
video so people know.
Sure. Sure. I understand, man. So I mean, I think, I could be
I
wrong, but
need
I think
in
mhm.
I need an intro video so like when people ask, so I can just show it to them. So because it's better for them to have a look than rather than me trying to explain it
Right. Well,
and it being
what I'm saying though is you may want to do two different videos. So let's say you're gonna
yeah,
draw,
yeah, exactly. That's what I meant. Yeah, two
right.
different videos.
Let's say next time, let's say you want to do the Ferrari, right? So then you would
Yeah,
do a research project on that car and you would do a
yeah,
history video on it, on the whole company and how they came to be. And then you would say, and now next time I'm going to actually drive one. And then that would intrigue people to
to
learn
watch
more
it.
about the history of these historic sports cars. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually a good idea. Yeah, I can do
Yeah.
that next time.
Well, it might be, might be. Well, really, really, really wonderful. It sounds like your content is excellent. It sounds like you have a very interesting niche, and you're really into the cars and the sports, and that's very unusual for a blind person, and it's very special. So you have a really cool flavor. We have about 10 minutes left today, man. I'm
Oh
sure you have a
yeah.
lot of I'm sure you have a lot of questions for me, Aaron Richmond, and my show and what I do. So, what do you really want to know about me? Ask anything.
So what do you do? Like, what's like? How do you start YouTube and like podcasting?
Well, what I was doing is back during when the pandemic started around 2020, which is when most podcasts started.
Yeah,
I was doing a lot of teaching, and I still am teaching. And I noticed that these other podcasts that I listened to in the blindness community just were not open to my opinions. And I am someone who is very opinionated, and I love to talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. I love having conversations. So
yeah,
because of that, I said, well, why don't I just record myself? And what I did is different blind people around Facebook would ask questions in different Facebook groups about, should I go to uni? Should I go to uni? Should I adopt a dog? Should I do this? Should I do that? And I would answer your question. I would start out the audio recording and I would send a recording back to the person. I would say, dear, dear Mahir, today, you asked me about cars, right? And I would say, well, let's talk about that. And then I would just I would have an audio conversation.
yeah,
I would
yeah,
send it back to the person, and then I discovered that that's actually a podcast because I'm speaking and then they're the audience. So I kind of discovered it, And I've always grown up with talk radio and audio books and audio material. I've just always grown up in this like setting. So yeah.
yeah.
Hmm.
Did you say you teach?
I do. I do. I teach English as a second language for learners who need to learn how to speak English. That's also a lot of fun, and that also involves me doing a lot of talking. So I basically talk and talk and talk. So yeah. Hmm.
Like, you can do a video about that. That's what I was gonna say. Like how blind person teaches.
That's interesting. Thank you. I've never considered it because it's never occurred to me to do that because all my podcasts, I'm just interviewing other people and it's not about the teaching. So those are two separate things. But
Mm,
you're very right. I do have a video though where I kind of have spoken about teaching when I speak to other teachers on my podcast. Um, there's actually a video if you
mm.
want to learn about teaching and my educational philosophy, there is a video for you. Um, I'm going to have to look it up. I know it performed very well. But we
No,
can,
what
mhm.
I mean is, like when you teach, someone else can record you, and like you can ask if any of the students wants to be in it as well. Like you can do.
Right, except for the fact that the company that I work for has a platform that's not connected to Zoom, and it's a little bit less conducive to that.
Oh,
But you're
do you
right. You're right. Yeah.
do you do the teaching online or is it classes?
It's online, and my students are from
Oh,
all over the world. It's okay. No
oh,
worries.
okay.
That's it.
Oh,
But you definitely have the right idea. That's definitely a
I
very
thought you,
productive thing.
yeah,
Hmm.
I thought you had it in a class. That's why said it.
That's fine. No.
Yeah,
But
yeah, I thought it was class. It would have been
hmm.
like question wise as well. You could have like added more people into it because people like
Yeah,
that.
I mean, I've thought of that, but a lot of times when people are learning English, they don't necessarily want to be on someone else's podcast. So, I mean,
Yeah, yeah,
it's interesting. I mean, I think the concept is great. I love the concept. It's just it's nothing personal about you, but other students don't love that idea. That's not a
yeah,
popular idea to other people. It's popular to
yeah,
us, but yeah,
yeah,
yeah, indeed.
exactly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, cool. What else do you want to know?
So like, what else do you do? Like, what other
Well,
interests do you have?
I spend an enormous amount of time, organizing my podcast, producing podcasts, listening to other people's podcasts. And I forget, Mahir, how did you find, by the way, how did you find out about us here at Aaron's Opinion? I forget.
I've met you through Facebook.
Right, you might have, but
Uh,
how did you find out about me in the first place?
I think it was in one of the groups.
Could have
Because
been.
I have too many groups.
I
I
know. I
can't
can't keep track of
remember.
them either. I know.
Uh, I have too many groups. I probably
Hmm.
added you from one of the groups. Because R
Right.
and I, I've got
Oh, I know what it is. Maybe R&IB Connect
yeah, RNIB Connect
might have
London.
been.
They have like three different groups, so I've got
Yeah, they
them.
do. Yeah, they do.
And
Yeah.
then there's the Retina group for
Okay.
blind communities. There's a gaming. I've got too many groups. Oh
I
my
know.
God.
I know it's almost impossible to tell the problem now is there's too many I can't even tell I can't even tell where the posts are coming from Sunday because there's so much that we are saturated. Yeah.
It was one from one of the blind groups that I remember that, but I can't remember what group it was from because I have like at least around 10 blind groups. Say around five for the football,
Mm-hmm.
and then is my own group. Um, and then I have like at least probably five, six other groups as well.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, YouTube groups as well. So I probably have like almost 40 to 50 groups.
Right. And I forget, did you join my group, like my podcasting community? You might have joined it. Hmm.
Yes, I did. You sent it to me through
Ah, that's
Messenger.
good. That's very good that you joined that. Yeah, that's excellent, man.
Yeah, I did.
Hmm. Hmm. That's so good. That's so good. All right, man. Well, as I like to
Yeah.
say, if you can ask me now only one more question to really make me sweat, what do you want to ask?
Like hobby wise, other than like social media, what other things are you into?
I'm also an amateur radio operator, also, so I'm into radio and broadcasting and things like that. Yeah.
What actual radioing?
Like amateur radio, like what used to be called ham radio. So I'm very
Oh,
interested in that. Yeah. Hmm.
so how do you do that? How does that even work? Like, that's the first time I'm hearing it.
Sure. There have been many other podcast episodes that I've recorded about that, but it is very interesting. Well, my father was an amateur radio operator his life, and that's how I
Yeah.
kind of became aware of it. And I took my exam to get my license, and it's great.
Oh, you have a license for that?
Yeah, you need to have a license. So there's a book you have to buy, and then you have to study, and then you have to take your license.
Oh, okay. So,
Hmm.
like, for the radioing, like, uh, is it easy, hard, difficult?
It's
Because you
it's
can't
in the
see.
middle. It's in the middle. There's aspects of it that are harder and aspects that are very applicable to blind people and very easy for a blind person in some regards. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine. That's nice.
All right. All
Like,
right.
how'd you do? The
Hmm.
radioing. Let me ask you again.
Sure.
Like, how'd you do? Like, do you use like a PC or do you use like a mixer for the recording or like going live?
I mean, are you talking about how I kind of run this podcast that you're on right now?
No, the radio
Oh.
you was going on about.
Oh,
The
well,
hand
that's
rem.
Yeah, it's so I don't do much with online with that. I basically just do it's basically a terrestrial radio that I basically hold on to in my hand, and
Yeah.
then that can be connected to an online network. It is sort of hard to explain, but that's basically how
Okay.
it works.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
Right.
That's interesting. I've never heard of it.
Yeah, yeah, it is. Thank you. It is there's a lot of interesting things that you can do, and you can, upgrade your license and have more privileges and be able to do more interesting things. So,
Oh, okay. That's fine.
hmm yeah, yeah.
That's cool. Yeah.
So if someone wants to get in touch with Mahir Topal, how would they go about doing it?
They can search on YouTube. If they search my full name, so it's Mahir Topal, Mahir space Topal, and then my channel is the first one. It's got like a car logo on the top and a picture
Hmm.
of me with a white hat. But normally it's the first channel, my one, when they
Mm-hmm.
search it.
Hmm.
And
Right.
then if they click on about, so if they're on like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok,
Hmm.
I don't know, because I didn't know how to like do the links, so I've just write it down so they can actually either
Mm.
copy it or and then just put it into the app themselves because I didn't know how to do the links separately, so I don't have the
Right.
links. I just have all the names there correctly, so they just need to search it up separately.
Mm-hmm.
But all the
That's
details are there. It's just
that's fine. That's
I didn't
fine.
know I didn't know how to do the links
Oh,
myself.
okay. You didn't know how to pull your own. No, no problem. I can look into that. Yeah, no worries.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
and I can send it over to you as well after the podcast.
Indeed, yeah. I'll tell you over Messenger in just a moment. But
Yeah,
anyway,
no worries.
yeah, yeah. But
Yeah,
anyway, though,
that's
thank you so much. Thank you so
yeah,
much for joining all of us today. Remember, if you want to be part of these interviews and sit in the audience, you're welcome. You can find out more by going to Aaron's Opinion Podcasting Community and Aaron's Opinion Podcast on Facebook. It's a great place to find the links for the Zoom, and we hope to see you all soon. So, Mahir, welcome. You're always welcome on Aaron's Opinion in our
yeah.
podcast family, and keep
Thank you.
driving.
Yeah,
You're so welcome. Keep
thank
driving
you.
and keep driving and keep doing all of your sports content. You're doing a great job. So, as I
Thank
like to
you.
say, you're very welcome, man. As I like to say here on the podcast, take care, everybody. Have a great day, and we'll see you all soon. We'll see everyone
Thank
soon.
you.
So take care
Bye.
and help one person today, help 1 million people tomorrow. If you're still watching us on YouTube, don't forget to like this YouTube video And don't forget to comment below. Don't forget to share the video, subscribe to the channel, and all of that. All right, everybody? Okay, Mahir. Well, you have a very good day. Have a
Oh
very
yeah,
good
you too.
afternoon over there in England, and we'll catch up in a moment. Take care, everybody.
Yeah, in a moment.
Help one person a
Bye.
day.